Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're back with another brand new SuperCard video, but this one's a bit of a different one. This is not just your standard, I'm gonna open some packs and clickbait some likes. This is more of a, well, we got some news and we want to talk about it. Before I get stuck in, I am gonna clickbait those likes. I want you to hit that like button. I want you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video around, and first of all, comment down below what you think the name of the 3 new tiers are gonna be. We know one of them, which I'm about to explain, but I want to see your comments and your predictions down below. I'm going to shout out a few of my most recent live streams when they're coming up this week. So make sure you get those comments in before I start streaming this week. Speaking of streaming this week, my link in the description will be down below. Twitch.tv/KingKitten. You can catch me live pretty much Wednesday through to the weekend. Season 7's coming, so we got a lot to cover. So let's get stuck in and finish this heroic ring domination and also discuss the news that we've found out over these last couple weeks. So you'll see I'm nearly done, and that's probably not the best opponent to verse because of certain circumstances that have happened throughout the week, but I'm going to verse him anyway. We're nearly done with heroic ring domination, which is nice. We're going to pro this Stone Cold. It will make the deck, of course. It's probably going to be a pretty strong card. I think the only event card I missed was full heroic China. I got half heroic because I was taking a bit of a break from the game. Now, the title says Season 7, what we know so far. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. We know a lot so far. I mean, SuperCard have been fairly transparent with everything they're doing this season coming. And that's amazing for us that last year or the year before we're kind of left in the dark, just kind of really watching the big YouTubers to know what was coming out. Well, now I can say I'm not a big YouTuber. We're getting a lot of love recently, but I have a fair bit of knowledge too, as all of you should already. So we're going to touch on a few of those points and maybe discuss a few more that you don't already know. Let's get stuck into it. So first of all, the main thing is a stat crunch. We already knew this. It was coming. It was going to be something that I guess we'd seen coming for probably the whole year. We needed a stat crunch for a long ass time. We're gonna get one. The next thing is the rumored 3. I say 3. I was gonna do this, but I'll do this. 3 tiers coming out. We know one of their names because of the article they just put out about the super move and about autoplay being brought into the game, probably just to certain events. I wouldn't say they'll bring autoplay directly into the game because, well, what's the point of playing the game if that's the case? But they have discussed a new tier called Behemoth tier. Now I just want to quickly jump in there and if you watch JB's video, of course most of you guys do, I love JB, he's a very close friend of mine, but Behemoth, sir, come on man, the moment pack battle you and whip your ass back into shape. Behemoth tier has been announced. I mean, it hasn't been announced, they haven't confirmed or denied it, but usually they'll immediately tweet out and say, no, that's just a placeholder. And they haven't done that. So Behemoth tier, very likely to be in the game come 2 weeks time. Now, the name of the other 2 tiers coming out after that, we don't quite know yet. I'm going to assume maybe like Giant and something similar to Titan, because that's usually, you know, Behemoth, Giant, Titan, they're all a similar thing. Maybe like a Golem, bit close to Goliath, I guess. I really don't know. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments down below. But I am excited for it. 3 tiers means that the game is going to be back in that state of you actually have to grind no matter how good your deck was, because when the new RTG comes out, and it will, you're going to have to +1 or +3 depending on what you're doing and how good your deck is. But it gives you, myself and you players, because I know a lot of you guys are, the top echelon, a chance to feel new to the game again. And that's why we play games, right? To learn them and feel like we're accomplishing something by getting to the top echelon of that game. Well, the reset's going to bring that into, obviously with the stat crunch, it's going to help a fair bit. It's not a complete reset. It's not really going to wipe the game and take everything away from you like Season 1 and Season 2 did. However, it is going to give you that feel of, okay, these stats are now back to 4 numbers or 5 numbers, depending on how long the season goes with a letter. They're not going to feel like 9 numbers on your screen, massive amounts of HP. It's just going to be ridiculous. With that being said, don't cheap out on this next event coming up either, because the cards are still going to be useful. You're still going to need them for the new tier until you get the new tier cards, or new tiers cards. But they're still going to be useful to get you into those new tiers. So don't cheap out. This is not the time to take a break. This is the time to jump back into the game and prepare yourself. Get the oil on the wheels and get the motors turning, you know what I'm saying? You need to make sure you're ready to go for Season 7, because it's only 2 weeks away at most. There's a very high chance that we see Season 7 before the 18th, although the 18th is the projected date because that's when all the PvP and the stores and everything end and reset. It's Cat Daddy, it's 2K, it's SuperCard. They could hit us with a complete curveball and throw us completely left field, and suddenly the new tier's here in less than 4 days, and none of us expected it, right? That's best case scenario. I honestly do think 18th is when the new tier comes, considering they're still giving you a chance at those battleground cards and whatnot. Speaking of, still no luck. You will see that when we transition to some packs towards the end of this video. But we also have confirmation of certain things like the super store with the super coins, the super move that now you can charge up your move to really help you in these game modes where you're struggling. Of course, as it said in the article, if you're a beast card and you're trying to take down a behemoth card, it's just not going to happen because there's a massive stat discrepancy. However, maybe you're a Summerslam 20 card and behemoth is the base tier and you're in that, maybe you'll be able to take that card down if it's a boogeyman card, but he can't beat it by maybe 3,000 or so points. Super move might help you out there. We don't know how OP these super moves are going to be, but they have said in their articles they're going to be quite strong, quite over the top, quite overpowered to really make you feel like you're playing an arcade style wrestling game. Now we've clearly seen and everyone's heard about the rumors coming for 2K22 or whatever the rework is going to be. I'm assuming we're going to get a whole set of cards for that too, and I'm honestly going to call it now. It may not happen, but I'm going to call it now just based on my intuition. We're going to get a 2K22 / whatever the new game is tier. The reason I say that is with the inclusion of all the Battlegrounds cards, they could have made a Battlegrounds tier if it wasn't so close to the end of the season. They could have done a Battlegrounds tier. We could have had 30 or 40 Battlegrounds cards from the characters in the game, and all of us would have bought into that hype because those cards are nice. You can't deny it. Based on complete guesses right now, I'm going to say the Super Store is going to have a Behemoth base card in there, which you can pro just like it did last time they reset with, I think it was, maybe it was Harper, and then Rowan was the Primal, I think. Don't quote me on that, but Rowan was in Money in the Bank. I know that because I pro'd the card and it helped me get into the top tiers. But they also did the same with Buddy Murphy in the PvP store when we were in Gothic tier. I think they're going to do the same in the Superstore, and I'm really hoping that Superstore is going to have a chance at getting legacy images all year round. Make it expensive, I don't give a fuck. Just give us a chance to get some of those older cards that we once couldn't get because we no longer can get back there with our debug menu, and that's gone. We all know that. Of course, take out the wrestlers like Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, anyone else that's no longer with the company for said reasons, but give us a chance to go back and earn some of those older images from season 1, 2, 3, and now 4, because we're not going to be able to do it anymore, and newer players might want to get those images. You can make it as pricey as you want, but of course, it's going to get the players who play a lot, and there's a lot of them, to spend their currency, and that's what they want ultimately. People saving up 100k Money in the Bank contracts, they're not using it for 8 cycles because the cards aren't interesting to them or they're kind of weak. They want to change that up. So bait people in to spending your currency. That means they're going to play the game more, right? And that's ultimately going to lead to more clicks, which ultimately leads to more profit for Cat Daddy and 2K. Now, I know this is a what we know so far about Season 7, but I've only touched on a few points because I think they're the most important points to me. Of course, if I've missed anything that you really want to discuss, please put it in the comments down below, and I'm happy to sound off on it during my live streams throughout the week. Make sure you check out that link in the description down below. There's also a link to the Discord and the Twitter. You can always just DM me on Twitter or come into the Discord and type in the general chat or the SuperCard chat or the wrestling spoilers chat and type about whatever you want to type about, as long as it isn't TOS. We're about 80 members away from Discord partner, and that's my goal by the end of the year. I really hope we can get it. So make sure you guys come in, join the Discord, and start enjoying the community that is the litter box. Because we all pieces of shit in here, you know what I'm saying? In a good way. Of course, this is going to be our full heroic Stone Cold done. I think I rambled for a lot of the end of that, but it is what it is. We can't claim any more tickets because we're at 500, so gives me the max amount. They just got to go through to my inbox, which is quite full. Rewards will be stacked up. Mail is stacked up. I'm going to go through my mail the night of Team Road to Glory, I think is the next event. Either way, team event. I'll be live streaming. I'll go through mail. I'll chat to chat like normal. Probably only an hour or 2 hours because it is a shorter thing, and Smooch usually kill that, considering Smooch is now back together. Yes, that's right. Smooch is fine. Everyone's back. We're all happy. Look, JB's back in the team. Relax, okay? You don't need to freak out. We're all back together. We made up. We kissed and hugged. But it does mean we'll have this team event done very quickly. So I suggest coming in live when I'm on Twitch and chatting about the new tier and new seasons, and I'll do what I can to inform you from what I know, and hopefully I can answer some of your questions. We're going to go ahead and pro up that Stone Cold and see how strong this card actually is. It won't have matches played, of course, but eventually. Actually, it might have. No, it won't. The Pro won't have matches played. I was going to say maybe it will at the end of the video, but I'm just going to try and edit this up and get it up as quick as possible because I'll have another video coming in 2 days' time. I really do appreciate all the love I've been getting recently on all these videos. It's completely insane. Someone with just over 2,000 subscribers is getting a lot of love, man. And it's making me very, very grateful. I'm completely touched. I appreciate the support. So let's try and get 5K by the end of the year. We need about double our subscriber count right now. but I think we can do it. We have Season 7 coming up. We have a lot of news coming. We have the early access battleground stuff. There's more of that to come too, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep hanging around for these videos. I appreciate the love. All right, let's pro up Stunning Steve. I am using the Stunning Steve image because I like the image. It's not even a meme. I just genuinely like the image. You guys are going to see this and hate me. I'll keep that. Rhea does not... Oh, yeah, okay. No, she will. She'll make my deck. I won't train her away. She'll make Women's GU, I should say. That's about it. We get the equipment back. Everyone that says this, they're all like, oh my god, you lost the equipment. It clearly says you're about to use one or more superstars that have equipment attached. All equipment will be removed and returned to your inventory. You don't lose the equipment. Stop freaking out. This card's pretty strong. It's going to be just behind Taker, I think. Or maybe just in front of Taker. Most likely. No, just behind the Taker. This is Fort 2 Taker in momentum, games played. This has no momentum, no games played. It's going to end up around the same space as Roman and Randy. It'll go into momentum and push Taker out, of course. Boogeyman's still going to be my best card. With that being said, and on the topic of Clash and Last Man Standing, we have a week suspected before we hit the new tiers. We either get a Flash event for a Fort 2 or a Fort 1 at Stone Cold like we did for Daniel Bryan and Rumble, or we get a Clash or a Last Man Standing. My money's on Last Man Standing, and I really think it's going to be a superstar that's going to make people want to play, potentially a female. When new tiers drop, I usually don't end up in the base of the tier. I'm usually in either plus plus or the second variation of the tiers. So I probably won't be in Behemoth tier for very long. I maybe will be plus plus. I'll get my freebie, I'll pro the freebie, or I'll power the freebie up, and suddenly I'll hit the new tier, which is not a bad thing. Just means I don't get to collect very many Behemoth cards unless there are an RTG, RD, TBGs, all that kind of stuff. I'm very, very excited for these next 2 weeks for Season 7 coming out, and I can't wait for more news. Behemoth tier confirmed. Well, confirmed. I'll say that for now, and more to come. We have a week. There's plenty more they can announce on their Twitter or on their YouTube or on anything they have, so make sure you follow all SuperCard's social medias or follow mine, because I'll always retweet and talk about these topics. Can we do that builder pack? Will this be it? This will be a video, 2 days time, build a pack. Make sure you come back to the channel and check it out. I think if we have now some King of the Rings or something to add to the end of this, I'll just quickly segue into them. We'll claim those wins, and then we'll come back to me wrapping up. So let's get into them and see what the hell we got. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate all the love in the last month or so. We're on the up and up, baby. Let's keep doing this. Keep doing it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that kind of stuff. I don't need to keep saying it because I always say it. Broken record. Links in the description down below to come through and join me on social medias or check out the rest of the squad and the mainstream posse. Thank you guys so much. I don't know what to say, man. It's been unreal. The fact that we hit certain goals on YouTube, and then we hit some certain goals with 2K, and then we hit some certain goals on Twitch. It's been a good end of year, so let's keep it going. I'm fairly certain that this goal below me is going to get filled up too, so if you do want to see an Enzo Amore cosplay, feel free to come hang out in the Twitch stream. I'll always post before I am going live and tell you what I'm doing in case it doesn't interest you. I'm courteous like that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video and or the next live stream. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the replay of AEW if you haven't already watched it, and I'll see you throughout the week. See ya!